What's up guys, GameRage95 here, and welcome to episode 3 of Career Mode. This is going to be quite a, well, not as long as the other episodes, but still quite a long episode. As you can see here, I am getting rid of some players from my shortlist that I'm not going to be targeting anymore, simply because I don't want to fill it up with wasted space that could be perhaps better used for players that I want to actually focus on signing. But as you can see here, Adrian, I am going to go for Adrian simply because while I do know that my current centre attacking mid, which is Ross Barkley, is really good, I know for a fact Adrian is incredible. And he's a year younger and two overall ratings better. So definitely going to try to get him. Also here, Leandro. I don't think that Apostolos Velios is that great, and I'd much rather get someone who's a bit younger and a bit more talented, or just someone who's just better than he is. And that's why I look at Leandro. I really think this guy can become something really good, so I decided to put an offer on him with Anichebe and 900,000. At which point I realised that he's actually worth more than that, so I raised it to 1.1 million, which is exactly his value, I think, because Anichebe's worth 2.6 million. So my math skills there getting the wrong end of that, I guess. But here we're just fixing the budget, and we're going to get into our first match of this of pre-season. And this episode, I think you're going to see every match I play in pre-season, so that's going to be quite good. I play the first two and sim the third one, but there you can see me just getting my team ready. Heitinger, Duffy, and Umiti in centre back, Fellaini, Yadson defensive mid, Coleman and De La Feu in wingers, and the rest of the team as you saw. But there we go into the 79th minute, and nothing really happened in this match until this point where Morales just cuts in incredibly. Really good player, Kevin Morales. I like him in Ultimate Team, and I like him in Career Mode. And the match actually ends 1-0. Not much happened in that match, but it was a good result against, I think it was Hamburg. So now we go back to transfer dealings. And you can see here that they rejected my bid for Kurt Zuma. They didn't want Darren Gibson, so I had to put someone else in the bid. And I decided that the best thing to do would to be perhaps, I think I do it here. I offered Tony Hibbert, and I offered 2.2 million, just to get up to his value. But they don't go for that one as well, I don't think. Manu also rejecting the Phil Jones bid that I put with Leighton Baines, even because they said they're not interested in him, even though they actually put a bid for him in just a couple of episodes, just an episode ago. So I think that's a bit weird. Unfortunately, Catania didn't want Nikita Jelavic for the amount that I was offering him for, and again, Leandro wasn't able to join unless I offered someone better. So I offered Gibson and some less money, and the same amount of money. Here you can see that they want Hitzelsberger and like 3 point something million for Adrian, and I don't want to offer that much. I want to offer 2.1 million for him, as well as Hitzelsberger. But we get into our second match against Real Betis, and at the start of this match, I have to say I felt quite confident, and I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I felt like I could do some damage to a Betis team. But you can see here it goes into the 45th minute, 0-0. Umiti really unfortunate there, and Butland as well, very unfortunate. He's been a rock in my last two games, but he didn't get the better end of that one. Unfortunately here, Betis seemed to be playing like a Christmas noob, and in Ultimate Team, and just playing the sweaty game, which I guess I have no problem with because I do that as well on occasion. You'll see here another great ball in, reasonably sweaty though, and Juan Carlos gets the third goal to make it 3-0. And now I figured I need to come back from this, and that's when Morales gets his second goal of pre-season, and I decide I need to make a substitution, or a few substitutions. So I take off De La Feu and put on Gibson, and just generally make changes to help the fitness of my players. Unfortunately, somehow Juan Carlos gets the better of my defence and my keeper there in the 89th minute, and it finishes 4-1. which was quite unfortunate. So Benya is actually a really good player, who I'm actually considering looking for if my bid for Adrian doesn't go through, because Benya's a really good playmaker, I guess, and that's what I like in attacking mid. So that will be interesting to see. I might even get him as a deep lying mid, as one of my two defensive mids. But as I said before, I'm considering selling Fellaini, and I wanted to know what you guys thought of that, because he's worth a lot, and I figured that, Casemiro's really cheap, and there are a lot of cheaper centre defensive mids who are younger and probably can be a lot better than he is. So I want to know your opinion on that. Again, there you'll see that a couple of rejected bids. So I decide to put in another trade offer with some different players, which I hope will work out, but I'm not too confident. Again, Flamengo reject my bid for Adrian, so I raise it to 3 million and Hitzelsberger. And Gremio reject as well because they don't want Darren Gibson, which is quite annoying. I just keep having to go for these new players and no one ever accepts. And I don't want to put like my 5 million rated players on that. So I decide, I think, to put, to try again with an Ichibi. Even though I actually forgot that they didn't want him. But there you can see me trying to counteroffer Arsenal for 3 million for Apostolos Velios and accepting a bid for Phil Neville, despite his legendary status at the club. I feel that he isn't going to be in my squad, and I need to sell him before he just wastes space, I guess. Arsenal there accept my counteroffer, and I get an offer here for Fellaini from Fulham, and I want to raise it to 13 million. Also, Kurt Zouma, luckily for me, they'd finally agreed to allow me to talk to him about wages, which I did, and I figure that he's going to accept. But here we're heading into our last match of pre-season, and it's an interesting match against Udinese, who are very tough opposition, but we'll have to see how we do here. And as you can see, we've got a very strong team out. I think the strongest possible team again. And I just quick sim it. So they score in the first minute, and then I score in the 43rd minute, and Domitzi gets sent off in the 82nd minute for them. So I think that's quite a good result. There you can see Man United rejecting my bid for Phil Jones, which eventually I just get quite tired of it, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, it gets very annoying when they continuously reject the players that I put up. So I decide to go one last chance with Heitinga and a few million, 3.9 million there. And Newcastle reject my other bid. But that's going to be the end of this episode, guys. I really hope that you're enjoying the series. Don't forget to keep liking. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. It really helps with the channel. Let everyone else, let as many people as you know watch, and peace.